And it so happened that I met him in the West End Hotel here, and he came to do Passage to India. So he wanted me to work as assistant director, but that by the time I had myself become a director and known in India, and then I said, I'm sorry, I can't work as an assistant director with you, but I will give you all the help that you need because I'm very conversant with this state and whatever you want. And so my entire unit worked for him, you know. And his designers, they were, for 6 months, they stayed in the Western Hotel here, making models of everything, you know. And everything David Lean shot in the palace grounds. He didn't want to travel much, except for one set which they did in Ramnagar. The rest were all done here. I said, why are you putting these sets? Mr. Fox was the designer. I said, why do you want to put sets? And I can give you these kind of locations just around, in Karnataka. I'll take you there. Why don't you people shoot in actual locations? Why put up sets? David Lean doesn't, he wants everything to be done and models to be created. And his camera positions have to be decided. Even the cantonment railway station in Bangalore was made into a big model, a scale model, and then he planned out his shot. It was just one shot, one character coming and getting off the train. And this train steams in, and then he gets out. And I said, this kind of a shot, you don't need a model. But then he says he has to plan it. He'll sit there and plan it. It is very funny how people have their own idiosyncrasies and way of working. But I was greatly happy to meet David Lean and know him personally, and his entire unit. So my unit worked with them.